Plus, Gilmore Girls star Lauren Graham.
I just gotta know what's going on with them.
They're having some sort of marital difficulty, Mom, and pressuring her like this is not going to help.
But I'm dying here. I mean, if he's out of town, is she actually staying here instead of that hotel she checked into? Or is she staying here permanently and he's the one who's at a hotel? Or...
Thank God I checked, or we would have been soufflé-less.
Well, good. Gotta have that souffle.
We love Lauren Graham as a fast-talking mom on the Gilmore Girls, and now in the new movie Seeing Other People, she plays a married woman who's just not cooking in the kitchen. Take a look.
I'm having an affair.
What?
What? You want to talk?
A secret affair?
Right, the usual kind.
With who?
No one you know. It's fabulous.
What's fabulous?
These tomatoes that Alice grew in her garden.
Ah.
Tomatoes. Please welcome Lauren Graham.
What was he wearing? What was that little... Ooh.
That's Bryan Cranston, who is so hilarious, and he's in the most appalling bathing suit you've ever seen. That had like a little belt, and he loved it, and he just would like strut around the set, and it just his butt hanging. It was awful. He's so good in this movie. He's so funny.
He is really funny, but the belt did strike me when I was watching it.
It's a tailor bikini bottom.
He plays the father on Malcolm in the Middle.
Yes, but this is quite a different character for him. He's like a slimy British, you know, bikini wearer.
Double nasty.
And my husband.
You're great in this movie, I have to tell you. I watched it last night. And you played the sister of Alice, who's getting engaged and decides that all of a sudden she doesn't think she's had an interesting enough sexual background to her fiance.
Right.
They decide they're going to have sex with a million other people and then get married.
No!
I know.
We had the chat. What do you think?
It was very bizarre to me. Do you honestly think that this works? Because I think it's a mistake.
But I do think it is a fantasy, probably more common a male fantasy, that like, you know, that the grass is always greener, and if only you could just see all the other lawns. And if only you could, wait a minute, if only you could seed the lawn. They don't want to feed the lawn. They want to mow the lawn. There are too many backyards to really be able to do that, but I think that is, you know,
you
sometimes...
get shot going into other people's
Exactly,
backyards.
that's right. So I think it's just sort of, it plays out that fantasy a little bit, and really it's interesting what happens to both of these people in the process.
It's interesting because it's the woman's suggestion. It's actually the female suggestion.
Well, also, it's so great because this is a little tiny film. I mean, we just made it, you know, it's like getting makeup done, sitting in the back of somebody's car, and it's so cool that these indie films, like, once in a while get
recognition.
released. And because it is an unusual concept, you know, so please go see it.
Well, we do real well at telling people when there's some good, interesting topics here on
Yes,
the show.
you do.
So good luck with the movie.
Thanks.
Now, I want to move, of course, to the Gilmore Girls.
Alrighty.
Because your character, interestingly enough, in keeping with our conversation, was a teenager when she became pregnant and decided to keep the baby and raise it on her own.
Right.
So hence the wisecracking mom that you play.
Well, that's why they're so close, I guess. So that's part of the concept of the show is, you know, what if you were so close in age to your kid that you really understood them?
Yeah.
Do you think you could have made that decision as a teenager?
I mean, I think you adjust to whatever life gives you, don't you? I think you just, it depends on what you want. And absolutely in the playing of this character, I see how and why she would have made that choice, and how she kind of survived it. I mean, the TV version is the real kind of fantasy of it, you know, because everything works out great, and suddenly she owns her own inn, you know, and I think it's a harder path, and she has help from wealthy parents, and you know, so it's not that way for everybody. But I'm glad that it puts out kind of that. I don't know. It's a positive notion that you're close to your parent for whatever reason, no matter what, you know.
And you deal with whatever life
exactly.
hands you. I like that. You're right.
Well, you were raised mostly by a single dad.
Well, in my younger years, it was just me and my dad for a while, and then he was remarried, and then that was so helpful to have some women power around.
But did you have a certain edge over other kids because of the fact for a while you were just with the dad?
I guess it was that whenever I go to other kids' houses, like moms, I always felt like were like real in your business, you know. Like they'd be like, "How you guys doing?" I'm like, "Why do you care?" Like my dad would be like, "You all right?" And you know, fine. And then 5 minutes later, he just really trusted me, which worked out because I was trustworthy. I don't know, you know, if I was a different kind of kid, but I just had to check in once in a while. It was real kind of loose.
Maybe that's because, I mean, I read that you consider yourself to be a shy person, and sometimes it gets the best of you. You said, didn't something happen with Jerry Seinfeld?
Oh, yeah. Well, see, I'm terribly awkward, but I play such like a loudy person, and you know, I just think people expect actors to be more graceful and more sort of socially able. And I had done an episode of Seinfeld a couple years ago, and then I saw him out at some place, and all I thought was like, he doesn't possibly remember me. You know, he's done so many episodes, but then we passed, and it was sort of suddenly I was rude kind of for not saying hi to him, and then I was like, oh no, I've dissed Jerry Seinfeld.
did the same thing. I did that with Conan O'Brien at a movie. I wouldn't say hello, and then I felt bad, and I tried to escape, and it's terrible.
Yes, and then later I thought, Jerry hates me, now he's never going to say hi to me. Jerry doesn't care, you know, he's fine. So I get real nervous like that.
I did that to Woody Allen. I was in his movie, then I saw him at a basketball game, and I figured he didn't remember me.
Yeah.
And then he mentioned me to Barbara Walters, and now I feel bad about it.
Right. We should
what are you
start a
supposed to do?
support group.
What are you supposed to do?
I think you just say hi.
And then what if they say, who are you?
No, I never did. And then I saw him at a restaurant.
Did you say
whatever?
You say hi.
Hi, Jerry. Thanks for letting me be a guest star on your show. I had such a good time, and you were so nice. And I'm sorry that I dissed you. So.
She's
She's a big TV fanatic because I'm told that you, like a lot of people in America, are very annoyed with American Idol now.
Okay, let me just tell you, and American Idol's opposite Gilmore Girls. Okay, so watch Gilmore Girls, but if you can't, that's the part that I love. Well, you know, there's TiVo and whatnot, so whatever. But that Jennifer Hudson was the person who, from the very beginning, right? Yes. I'm obsessed. I love her, and it's like, and now my next letter is going to be, Dear Jennifer Hudson, don't worry about it. Weird stuff happens in show business. Oh, thanks. We're back to this is my letter camera. And she's going to do so well, you know. Yes. It's just so many elements on a show like that, you know. But she is an amazingly talented person, and you just hate to see that happen to somebody so young.
Who are you rooting for now, though? Who are you rooting for?
I mean,
I like LaToya London. I think she's
they're amazing, but you know, she's amazing. I don't know. Frankly, I've lost it a little bit.
Don't lose hope. It'll get better.
All right.
It'll get better.
coming on soon?
Yes.
I know, and I'm sad because
tomorrow.
So you want to say to Paul Abdul?
We have
Tell Jennifer hi.
Tell Jennifer.
It's all going to work out, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Start writing to Paula.
You've gotten so much off your chest today. You must feel great.
I do. I feel really relieved.
Come back again when you need to vent.
Thank you. Okay. Thanks, doctors.
You don't even know. Goodness, we love you. Our thanks to Lauren Graham. Be sure to catch her every Tuesday night on Gilmore Girls. And her new movie, Seeing Other People is Great, opens tomorrow in select theaters. We'll be right back.